Right, now for marker rendering. I'm going to start with the broad tip of this marker. I'm picking something like a W6. Usually darker colours work better. And there's many ways that you can do this, and you'll be able to see that on YouTube and so on. But for today's class, I think the easiest way will be to more or less block all of it in. But when I say that, I am always taking into account where my light source is coming from. And when I say where my light source is coming from, I'm still trying to say that most of my light would be hitting around here and the top part. So the light source would be coming from the top left, where most of this would be light, and this would be light here, and this edge will be lightest, gradually getting darker that way, light here, and gradually getting darker that way. So when I colour it in, or when I block it out, I don't mind if I sort of miss a few parts around here with my marker, because that would help me create some highlight. Now, I try and get on the angle that I have drawn it in the perspective, and I will stop at this line here and then change direction. Now, try not to overlap too much, and as I said, I don't mind if there is a little bit of white that is left in there. I will add additional colour later if need be. So that's one face of my cube. Now I'm going to do this face here. Again, try and stay within the lines. You can go over slightly. It's probably better if you go over slightly. Now this side should start appearing lighter than the others. Now notice I left a bit of a gap, and that's because I'm presuming that the light source is going to be there. Here I could also leave this top more or less entirely blank, but I'm going to put it in just to show what you can do. And some people sort of get a bit upset when there's white gaps left, but in fact that looks better. Now I'm going to start from the back here, and I'm going to gradually get lighter this way. Which way will be easier? I probably will turn it this way to make it easier for myself. Try not to overlap too much, and as I said, this is a really good marker too, that it's filling in most of it, but do not stop halfway in your object that you are rendering. So you need to continue from one end to the other. Now this face here is going to be getting a fair bit of light if the light source is coming from here, and same as here, but this back wall will be fairly dark because it's not going to get much light. Now I will render these in actually, just so you feel comfortable when you do yours. I've done that the wrong way, not to worry. And then I'm going to go do these ones here. And there it is. Now it's looking a bit rough, it's still fine. The bottom of it we can go over slightly, and we'd add one more tone here. Likewise, and then gradually just maybe leave a bit of a gap, and then maybe one fine line in there. Same as this, I'll give this one more darker tone because that's going to be in shadow in there. And what I'm going to suggest is a shadow in here. And then in there also. Now that's it. That's it for marker, and it looks quite rough. But what you need to do now is get your white and black pencil, and this is where you can start making the drawing look really good. If you get a white pencil, these edges are obviously going to be in highlight. Now I've left white there, so the white's not going to work as well, but I'm still going to put it in. White pencil here. Same as here. And on there, and then likewise through here, and then through here. Now, this part here is going to be in shadow if the light's coming from here, and same as this edge here. And what this black pencil is also doing is crisping up lines, making them look nice and sharp. Now this line goes back to the vanishing point, so make sure that's doing that. And this edge in here is going back to that vanishing point. And this here will be in highlight. And this here will be in highlight. There you go. So, there's my cube. If some of you don't like that big fat white spot, you can still add in one more stroke there. I might actually give it a bit more tone through here, just to suggest that it is further away. Add some depth, and same here. and maybe a little bit back there. And there's my cube, three-dimensional cube. What I would like to do for the next part is to add some features into it to make it look even more interesting.